So UFC last weekend was fucking awesome. I think that card was really good. I just want to show the knockout real quick. Now this time I muted it so we can talk over it. I'm fucking smart. I'm gonna show this clip right here real quick. And Adesayna with the fucking knockout, dude. Dude, this shit was so fucking awesome. And he said right here, he said, I just played possum. I played possum. I let him hit me, open up, boom, right, boom, second right, knockout.
He's like, I'm done.
I'm done.
And the craziest thing is,
and then he pulls out the arrows. That shit was so hard, bro. That shit was so fucking hard.
Alex thought he went in there the same way when he had him against the fence. He put his hands down. He thought that high knee was going to be it.
Yeah.
With the left, but... Like,
I thought so too.
If you watch that in slow motion, Izzy literally had that whole, literally like you said, play possum. He knew the exact combo was coming.
Yep.
He knew the exact, every single movement, even if he barely blocked it, he had the hand there.
Yeah.
He had something to somewhat deflect the full power and just knew, let me get this off and then screw that, bounce off the fence, which he was doing in camp too, off the little walls in the camp.
Yeah, getting that momentum
off the wall and done one.
Yeah.
Hit one, boom, bounce off, got him again. And then, and he didn't even need to do that last punch. He just had to hit him with the Jorge. Jorge retired. You got to do one more.
That Saturday was just loaded, dude. That Saturday was crazy. Phillies game.
Every single one of them punches was necessary.
But Nick, though,
I agree. I'm just saying, he did the Jorge.
Boys, Nick's predictions came true.
So did Nicky's. Nick and Nicky, same exact picks.
Nick,
I was maybe
go over your picks, cause I want you to revel in your victory.
Yeah, Rob Font. I'm gonna say
Rob fucking.
no one had faith in Rob Font, but Rob Font fucked him up.
I'm gonna bet him.
Oh, you bet Rob Font?
Yes, twice.
Dude, let's go.
I didn't have a single slip without him.
So what'd you go 4 for 5, right?
Yeah, the only loss was Raul Rosas.
Insider.
Yeah, I was mad at that. He lost that fight. I remember that. He just got whooped.
I think what he had,
Rojas,
two strikes landed.
Rojas. I don't even want to talk about it.
I'm pretty sure he only had like 2 strikes landed overall. Like the actual stat.
Yeah.
Something crazy. The under on him was nuts.
He needs to know how to throw hands.
And if you guys can, bet the over tonight on Max Holloway for strikes. I believe it's like at 132.
Oh, over on Max Holloway? Everyone yell right now.
132 apparently.
I
saw on Instagram video.
Not financial advice.
My degenerate side of re-downloading FanDuel and betting on all this stuff. I'm like, it felt like I never left FanDuel, and I'm like,
it felt like I never left.
It felt like I'm like,
I got like a 6-month break. You act like you've been gone for years.
Yeah. Well,
football ended. It's like I'm
done. Relapse.
I ended in the beginning. Not in the beginning. It was like halfway through football.
Yeah.
It was like the Bucks, Ravens, and Jags. Both blew lead. No, Falcons. Fucking Falcons, bro. I need them to cover. They were about to score, and then fucking Mariota throws a pick at the 2-yard line. And then the Bucks fucking blew their 7-point lead.
I had the Bucks that week because that got me.
And then the Ravens blew their lead against the Jaguars. And I'm like, if that wasn't a sign, then not bet no more. I don't know what the fuck was. But then here I am. Like,
you're back, dude. Yo, everyone just welcome back, Nick.
Welcome.
You're back. He's a degenerate again, boys. And his first bet should have been that UFC because he went 4 for 5.
Yeah, I should have.
That means he would have lost, dumbass. How you going to tell him
I didn't say parlay. He made picks.
He was going to parlay it.
If people watching took his picks, he went 4 for 5.
I may have parlayed it.
Exactly. He was going to parlay that bitch.
You're not supposed to admit guilt, okay? Goddamn, I'm on your side.
No, that's the fucking problem with this planet. No one admits their guilt. No one looks at themselves.
Never take accountability, you hear me?
No.
Ever. Do something wrong, just don't even acknowledge it.
Hey, bro.
Well, that's being like a woman, so.
No, it's called the American way.
No, it's
called the American way.
No, the American way is, hey, you having problems in your country with like stuff and things? Yeah. All right. Yeah, we're gonna send over. We're gonna send over a couple 100,000 people with guns and stuff, and we're gonna give you guys like tanks and like a bunch of like armored trucks and stuff like that. And then like we're gonna like look and scour your country for oil, because then we're gonna take all that because we love oil. And then we're gonna like solve your problem and then never leave. Like. We're never gonna leave.
All right.
We're goons.
So,
America.
I'm gonna check the rest of the card for tonight.
Yeah, the fight night, right? Yeah, okay.
So you already know Izzy won.
Holloway.
Gilbert Burns.
Yeah, Nick. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, Gilbert Burns, Rob Font.
I mean, we all knew that was gonna happen. Come on, bro. You can't just like we all said. And if you want to really give a nigga credit, if we can go back and look at last week's fights, if we can look at
Ozma.
Ozma.
Oh, Ozma. Sorry.
If we can look at last week's video, I swear to God, I said second or third round TKO for Izzy.
100%. Because when I was looking at the odds for the second round, I'm like, damn, bro, if Ish took the second round bet, it would have been like plus 1,200. Or no, plus 18 for a second round knockout. Because
Ish, you kind of called that knockout.
No, well, he had third. I'm saying if he bet second,
no, I didn't say first.
Yeah, he did say first.
Because I knew Izzy wasn't going to do that.
His dad said first.
He wanted to gauge how Alex was throwing. And then in the second round, the same exact thing happened at the end of the second round, the last fight, where Izzy clocked him twice and then Alex walked away, stumbled. And I said, if that nigga had 10 more seconds, he was going to knock Alex out cold. And he had 10 more seconds this time.
Oh, it's good. It's a good card.
What's the card looking like, boys?
The bottom of it. It's a couple that's fighting.
We go insiders.
We're going to prelim card.
What's the fight night? It's fight night, yes.
I don't have the graphic because
I'm saying it's not crazy.
But it's not even showing up.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's my phone.
I just don't have it today.
Why ain't you plugged into...
We got Max Holloway, Arnold Allen.
All right, Nick, what we got?
Edson Barbosa, Billy.
There we go, yeah. Nick
Quarantillo.
Forget that. Go down to the bottom where Matt. Well, Barbosa's a beast, though. But we got Clay Guida fighting tonight. Yeah. Pedro Munoz is fighting tonight.
Whoa, what's his name? Guida?
Right.
You don't know Clay Guida?
No, I don't know any of these
Savage. All right, so the prelim is...
So exciting.
Damn, it's a couple prelim fights. I don't know none of these early niggas, though.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's fight night. You know.
Dustin Jacoby against Osmond.
No, the ball right here, though.
No,
this will be a good fight. Lando Venado versus Daniel Zellhuber. This nigga, the last time I seen him fight on the fight night, bro, he hit the nigga with one of the nastiest.
He looks kind of white to me, though.
Zellhuber? He might be. Zellhuber's pretty white. He looked tan in his picture. But he looked tan in his picture. Because I knocked the nigga out.
Wait, what?
He knocked the nigga out.
Like no, because you kept saying that. That's why I said he looked a little white.
Shut up.
The honky coming out here tonight.
Zach Cummins versus Ed Herman. That'll be a good fight. Brandon Royval. Yeah. That's my guy. That's my guy right there. Brandon Royval.
I think I seen him like.
I think he fought somebody during a card that we were watching on the prelims, and he knocked somebody out, bro. He's like on a 4-fight win streak, I think. And then the main card. What's the main card? Clay Guida versus Rafa Garcia. Probably take. I don't know. It's a tough fight. Munoz versus Chris Gutierrez is going to be a good fight. Tanner Boser versus Ian Kutabala.
That Sean O'Malley loss took him in a bad path.
Who? Oh, yeah.
You want to fight night bottom of the list after Sean because he poked my eye.
Dustin Jacoby versus Azamat Murzakanov, bro. Just Russian.
Just Russian.
And then
he's probably gonna win, huh?
Edson Barbosa versus Billy Quarantillo.
King Geek.
Cornelio.
It's Quarantillo. Quarantillo.
I am Cornelio.
Cornelio. Yeah, that's what it is.
And then Max Holloway versus Arnold Allen.
I am Cornelio.
Max Holloway.
I don't know if Max Holloway is gonna win, bro.
I'm so happy I got that on camera.
I don't know if Max Holloway is gonna win that fight. I don't know.
I think he got him.
Arnold.
I think he got him.
I thought Arnold might finally crack his chin. He's 19-1. Arnold no joke, bro. He got some punches on him.
This will be a great boxer versus boxer fight. Like there's gonna be no takedowns in that fight. No takedowns
decision
in that fight.
That's gonna be a good fight to watch.
It's either TK. I think Max goes down for the first time.
Yeah,
wins decision.
Yeah, I think
no way Arnold wins.
That motherfucker is fast
and young.
No, bro, his combinations are quick, like quick, bro. Like,
can you demonstrate?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm not fast.
You're not fast.
I'm just not.
James Harden.
What's the score, boys? What's the score?
That was an assist.
Yeah, no.
40-31. Melton. Splash 3.
Melton, let's go. Let's go. Sixers playoffs. This is huge.
So,
PJ Tucker's on fire.
Let me ask you a question, Mo.
Wait, what do you mean, bro? Do you not see the effort he's putting in right now?
Mo, can I ask you a question? Can I get your attention? Who is next for Israel Adesayna then?
Duplessis. I can't say his name.
Duplessis gotta be, right?
No.
Yeah.
Is he even in the top 10?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because Izzy beat everyone in the top 5.
Is he?
All right, so give me number 6. Like, don't give me number 10.
No, he's 7.
Yeah, not even that.
Is he
6
7?
Like Coaster or some shit like that. Like,
Oh, no, I will coast the ass again real quick.
They don't want the same team. It's just coach came out to cancel. We don't want anybody we already fought. We've been like, we're not trying to like Lappin's boring. Give me something new.
No, yeah, I read that same
thing.
It's gonna be Duplessis.
Literally came at Duplessis. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right, but
and they're gonna fight in Africa because they're both from Africa.
I think you should do that, and then in the same exact card, depending on time, and have Usman Burns too. Winner of that.
Usman Burns too. Okay.
Winner of that fights Colby Leon winner for the belt.
Ooh. Yo, call Dana right now because you're fucking on top of that shit.
Duplessis is 6 right now.
Dana.
He's 6, so they moved him up to 6.
Yeah.
Well, you say Dana because you don't want to say that as a girl's name.
I'm
Dana.
I mean,
I only hear my wife because my name's Dana.
I think that's a bad fight for Duplessis though.
Yeah.
But no, of course it is. But it's a payday.
It's a bad fight.
But where else can you go?
It's not even gonna be like he gonna beat him up. He gonna give him that Paulo Costa where like, all right, you just some big. All right, bro.
He said he's gonna drag his card
You think you're some big strong ass dude that's just in here just because you think I'm skinny? I'm not. Okay. Yeah. All right, but guess what? Guess what them big ass muscles need? They need oxygen. And I bet 100 rounds by the time I run you around the cage for a round and a half, by the end of the second round, you're gonna be tired as fuck.
He was gassing the third with two.
So come on.
He was gassed by the second. Two just died in the first 30 seconds. Two died in 30 seconds.
Until don't even run around like that. You're gonna have to chase Izzy. You're gonna have to chase Izzy to hit him. That's just how that works. So you're gonna be doing this. A lot more than you could be doing this.
Oh, look, you're demonstrating.
And so, like, my thing is, like,
you can't do that.
You can't. That's just, if I'm Duplessis, I'm taking another fight before I take a championship.
Why, though?
Can we all just do a huge Duplessis?
Because Duplessis. I can't. He beefing with my boy right now. I can't do that.
It's my boy, too, but no.
But I prefer poultry.
What Duplessis said was correct. He's actually the only person from Africa.
Well, that lives in Africa.
And fights out of Africa.
Well, no. Izzy's from Africa. He moved. No, he's not. He was born in Africa and moved to New Zealand when he was 12.
All right.
So like
I never even had a fucking fight yet at 12 years old.
What I'm saying is, that's a bad fight for Duplessis. And unless that nigga
fight you would win, you're going right to the belt. It's not. You're not going to win. But what's the point of fighting somebody else just to get to the belt when you can get that shot right now? Just to get it.
All right, and then what happens?
If you do good against Izzy, you're not gonna lose. You still might move up.
Big old fat old lift.
What if you fight someone else and never get to that belt shot?
Then that's
who gives you the championship opportunity? And you go, I don't want that.
I got a question real quick.
I mean, it's just
what is Connor coming back?
Yes, Chandler.
He's fighting Chandler.
Yeah, they're doing.
What weight class is Connor in?
For Chandler, I believe they said they were going to go to 170, but
170.
Usually 150. Chandler's 155, but Chandler said I'll go up to 170 because I mean, he walking busky as shit. He can do 170.
Right.
Okay. And yeah, either they're going to let Connors knock him out because Chandler's a showman, or Chandler might just finally start fighting and start using the wrestling.
Connor,
I easily would have beat 2 of these last 3 fights if he just started grappling.
It's the Justin Gaethje effect. You get in front of the crowd, you get in front of the arena, and
no. Chandler's been doing it for a long time now. That Gaethje fight was phenomenal.
No, what I'm saying is it's the Justin Gaethje effect. Justin Gaethje is a great wrestler. Can you let me finish, Mo? Justin Gaethje is a great wrestler, but ever since he's been in the UFC, he's said it. You get in front of that crowd, and the wrestling goes out the window because they just want to see you throw hands. And that's what happened. Justin Gaethje could easily not be 6-4 or 6-5 in the UFC. He could be like 7-3. He definitely could have won a couple more of those fights.
Him problem.
It's the lore of the arena of the fans, bro. That's the same thing with Michael Chandler. That's exactly what he's doing right now.
Can you name me those losses for Justin Gaethje?
Let me go back.
Charles, Khabib, and Dustin Poirier.
Wrestlers.
He's two.
Dustin knocked him.
He has one or two other losses, but
no, I'm just saying. Well, you said 3 to 6 or whatever, so I just named the 3. Khabib choked him out. Oliveira, I forget the Oliveira one.
But yeah, he wasn't going to wrestle Oliveira. That's not.
Or Khabib. No point. You cannot wrestle the wrestlers. Well, jiu-jitsu on for Oliveira's point. Khabib just does everything. Anything on the ground.
But he even said that it was going to be impossible to beat Khabib that night. There was so much going on.
Oh my God,
there was so much ride on that fight.
Yeah.
It was an impossible fight for him to win.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in any other standpoint, like in
I
any
feel like
other,
there are excuses though, and that's my favorite fighter than Justin saying.
I don't know if it's. I don't think it's excuses.
Or it's just the truth.
It's a real thing, bro. You see a lot of wrestlers. Their whole background's wrestling, and then they get in front of the crowd, and you know what the crowd. We don't want to see you niggas hug for 5 minutes for 3 rounds. We want to see you niggas throw hands. So when they start cheering, when you throw hands, you shit. This is what they want. Let me give them, because it's a business at the end of the day. And no wrestler, no real wrestler making real money unless you're Khabib. Because Khabib ain't just wrestling you. Khabib getting on top of you and then he's beating the fuck out of you. So that's a little different.
Usman?
Yeah, but again, Usman wrestles with a point. He wrestles and then he gets on top of you and he grounds and pounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I'm talking like guys that will just wrestle to stall and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's usually because they can't strike the other person.
But that's what, like, I think that Justin, along with Michael Chandler, could win a lot more fights if they stop fighting to the lure of the crowd and use their skills.
I don't think Justin would have won any of his other fights.
I gotta look at all his losses in the UFC.
At least his most recent losses, I don't think wrestling would have saved him there. Because if anything, he would have just went down to the ground and lost. Like, he would have been at a disadvantage for those opponents. For
I mean, I feel like
if anything, that's
really
how
good.
we started the whole boxing shit. If you want to start about whole putting your finger down in the middle of the octagon.
No. I'm not talking about that.
I want the big hype of. I know the wrestling goes out of your mind when you hear the crowd for punches. That's exactly what you're saying.
Right, but what you're explaining is complete. But that's completely different. That's a end of the round. You know, last 10 seconds of the fight, let's bang it out.
That's what brought the whole thing up.
No, that's
like, without Holloway finally being like that. He do this, and he does it the whole time.
Niggas been doing that though. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about wrestlers fighting to the lure of the crowd, not just in the last 10 seconds of the round, just duking it out. Because that
doesn't win more than the last 10 seconds. I was just using that because he actually does that like every time. Like,
it's just a little example.
Yeah.
But that's not a correct example to use as an analogy for what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is going into the fight. They have a plan of, okay, we get them in this position, we're going to use our wrestling to our advantage here and here and here. But when you get in those positions, the crowd is yelling, punch him, knock him the fuck out. They're screaming. You know what the crowd wants. They want to see y'all throw haymakers, throw fire to the wind, throw caution to the wind. But
so throw my training out the window.
And that's sometimes what they end up doing because they're fighting to the wall.
See what Justin wants to.
I'm about to look it up. Hold on.
That's what I'm saying. Just check it out.
You've been looking it up for.
Well, because we kept talking.
You can talk and look.
I think he beats Poirier if he wrestles him.
He got knocked out.
But to be a really good UFC fighter, you need to do both efficiently.
Yeah, because and that was early in Justin's career where a lot of people.
And Dustin almost choked him out. Or Dustin.
What about Ben Askren?
I'm not what, bro?
Hey, do you know how he actually came to the UFC?
Wrestling.
Do you know how he came to the UFC?
He was Team USA.
It was a trade. The UFC traded Demetrius. I don't even know if I said that right.
Demetrius Johnson.
Yeah,
traded him.
Why did they trade him? Because because Dana considered him a boring champion. And he was so good that nobody could beat him. So it's not like you could get somebody in there that's more entertaining than him, because he's just beating the fuck out of everybody. And it's not entertaining because he's just wrestling the shit out of you. And then the moment you give up an arm, a leg, a neck, a hand, a foot, he's taking that shit apart. Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. Probably, yes. Pound for pound, the GOAT of all time of any weight class, but easily the GOAT at 125. Yeah. And 135.
And then why did they get rid of him?
Because he was too boring. They didn't like him as a champion. He was too boring. He wasn't Conor McGregor. He wasn't out here calling people out saying "fuck you" in your whole country. And he was respectful. He was fun to watch, but he wasn't selling because he wasn't a bad guy, or he wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
So where's Mighty Mouse now?
He fights in ONE FC and makes a fuck ton of money.
Where?
In ONE FC.
ONE FC?
Yes, it's Japan's direct counterpart to the UFC. It's probably and the way ONE FC does it, they do it a lot better than the UFC. Because in ONE FC you fight where what your weight class is. You don't burn 30 pounds in 2 weeks.
I like that better.
You know what I'm saying?
And then
bring this.
You bring that money.
And they don't give you this.
Yeah, and ONE FC, them niggas make. Yeah, ONE FC makes money of it.
Everything give you this.
But what I'm saying is like that's a perfect example of a guy fighting to his strength, not being that appeasing to the crowd and to PPP fighters, right?
Yeah.
And them saying, well, in Justin head and Michael's head, they're coming to the UFC, they see all this stuff. So he's saying, well, I know I could go out there and beat this guy if I just wrestle him to the ground and just lay on top of him and use my wrestling skills. But is that going to appease to the crowd? Is that going to make me a guy that's getting followed? Is that going to help my trajectory towards a championship runner, towards, you know what I'm saying, towards a belt? Like I said, unless you're like Khabib, where it's like, it's so fascinating that everyone knows what you're doing and yet you're still able to do it. That's why Khabib's so fascinating. And because he's so real. Like Khabib's so real. He's so
He real as fuck.
that he's so into his religion that it's like people are fantasized about that. They're like, how is someone who comes from where he comes from can dedicate himself so much to one thing? You know what I'm saying? Like people are fantasizing. But if you're not that guy, most of the times if you're a wrestler, you're gonna get overlooked. And that's just sometimes what it is.
Because it's a sport.
Right. Oh, I get it.
It should be about
100%.
how good you are and how many wins you got, not how entertaining are your wins.
But when it comes to the business, but it's also a business,
Man.
and you got to be able to sell. That's one reason why. That's one reason why Francis Ngannou wasn't getting the money that he wanted from the UFC, because he wasn't selling pay-per-views like that.
Too much
So in my
But
opinion,
compared to the pay-per-views he was selling, yes.
yeah, let's fix it though, because let's get wrestlers to go to the weigh-ins and just start mix somebody, just bunch of staff members.
Okay, I'm interested in that, but WWE is
wild.
Michael wants violence.
I want violence.
Listen, if you want to watch that, it's called the WWE, bro. All right? Like,
Yeah,
thank you.
right.
Oh yeah, the merger.
Right, whatever.
They merged.
Endeavor or whatever.
Money.
Endeavor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
money,
MMA.
It's like 21.9.
WWE.
I'm just saying that.
We
Like,
get some crossovers.
I'm
though.
just saying
Connor's
that-
going to be a WWE superstar.
That's
He's
why
gonna be
Connor's
in
going to
ladder
do it.
matches.
I think
Connor's
one
going to
time.
become the first ever MMA champion and
That's no.
Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar.
wrestling champion.
Brock Lesnar.
Oh, yeah,
Brock
Brock Lesnar,
Lesnar.
yeah.
Brock Lesnar was a WWE champion.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Went and won the
You liked it
UFC.
until you heard Undertaker.
Brock
Shawn
Lesnar.
Michaels is your favorite.
Brock Lesnar had a
I remember Brock
WWE
Lesnar. He
championship.
came back and win.
Went and won the UFC heavyweight title at the prime of what the UFC heavyweight bracket was.
his ass.
Right, well, everybody was. It didn't even have USADA back then. It was, he's good.
Dude walked in.
The nigga sniffed you.
He was a drug dog.
Yo.
Yep, can't smell PEDs. Man, walked
So
in.
what I'm saying is, like, he won a UFC heavyweight title at when the UFC heavyweight division was like the best division in the sport in his 4th UFC fight, and then went back to the WWE. So I don't know. All I'm saying is like guys who wrestle will tend to be guys who wrestle will tend to they'll have less upcomings because they're not always as entertaining. So
Okay. All right, let's wrap it up here.